Hello everyone, and welcome to Eponymous, in which a work is known by its reading. And that sentence structure is such that we can interpret it in various ways. I imagine the game itself will be no different. Now, this is a surreal philosophical walking simulator, and that's really about all I know about it. From everything I've read, this is a weird one. And I'm wondering if I'm maybe a bit too tired for this, but maybe that's the ideal way to experience it. This is one of the most recommended things in the Discord, but not because lots of people are asking me to play it, because one person has been bumping it relentlessly for a year and a half, over 1,600 posts during that time. And at a certain point, well, it's kind of like a few months back when I played 811. It's not really a matter of playing something by popular demand as an obligatory mental health intervention. No, but seriously, this really does look interesting, and it's been on my list for a while, and I'm very curious to know what it'll be like. The page itself says that it can be completed in about 10 minutes, but I'm seeing people with much, much more playtime than that. So, let's find out the definition of eponymous. King Harvest. Okay, well, you ever get the impression that you're starting a story in the middle and not at the beginning?
Hey, can you hear me? Mic check. Oh, wait, hang on. Alright, should be working now? Cool. So yeah, you're still linking, so it's gonna take you, a little while to get your sea legs back. But, I guess for starters, let's do this.
Walk chime acquired.
So yeah, you should be able to move around now. I guess just take a look around, see if you can find anything else that will help you get mobile again. And just, yeah, let me know if you need anything.
You're treating me like a waking coma patient and simultaneously like this is the most casual thing in the world. Look at this, it's got almost like Minecraft graphics. Well, we've got the walk chime. Charm chime that enables us the gift of movement. We can open doors. And I guess listen to developer commentaries in this test environment. The stone hums with an unknowable energy. That raised more questions than it answered. The stone also hums with an unknowable energy. We can go out this way. And this stone, wouldn't you know it, hums with an unknowable energy. That's so funny. I mean, the icon on them immediately makes us think there's going to be some sort of tutorial, tooltip, or commentary. And yet it just goes right through us. Not that it didn't provide something, just that we weren't able to perceive it. Look in there, it's like grass or carpet on top of dirt or wood. And there's a bit of a blur as well. A motion blur that I kind of thought would leave us, but it hasn't. It's locked. Maybe we can unlock it? Once we go down, we can't go back up. There's no jump button. We can look through with these block textures that almost look like they're elements on the periodic table. But it's all 1m squared. This distortion, the dust in the air makes it feel like we're waking up from a dream. And somebody tried briefly to guide us through it, but then got kind of bored. Codex Cadentia acquired. This interactive atlas of strange land remains okay. But now we can hear the words of the stones. The Codex Cadentia does not exist in this or any other world. Excerpt from the Codex Cadentia. Contradictory information. Yet still information to be considered. I imagine that probably really hit the spot after whatever predicament we've been in for all this time. The door to enter this room was locked. The key code was 0451. A classic! But does it really matter to us, the player, if we never had to engage with that? I guess that's where the philosophical element comes in. See, we're getting smarter already. We've got things in sort of Latin. Sprint chime. Ah, now we can sprint. And whether it's hold or toggle can be changed in the options. That was another thing I read, is that for a game like this, it's actually got a surprising number of accessibility settings. I guess this leaves us to wonder, does it just go from one side out to the other? There's a lot of considerables to consider in this game. Have you considered that? These are just lights we can't go through. But things are getting narrower and more shadowy. And the distant hum through the walls is seemingly distorting as I get closer. There's a calming sort of tune playing to my left and the wind whistling to my right. Once more, it just makes it feel like I'm sleepwalking through this. Like when you know you're dreaming, but you're so comfortable you can't bring yourself to wake up. Ah, now we can jump.
Cool. Now that you have that, you should be able to go pretty much anywhere. You'll probably want to go back the way you came for starters, because you'll probably find something else along the way.
Yeah, like the ability to hear what was spoken to us right from the word go. It's almost like you're the developer standing behind me and just kind of seeing what I think. We've got to remember what we passed then. We could always go right back to where we started if we wanted. I mean, if we decide we're comfortable here. I dreamt of glowing phosphorus, prismatic and tangible, the abstract idea of physical media. But that's a crazy thought. Everybody knows that all media is digital. You do not strike the match. You do not fan the flame. In this, you are complicit. You want to run that by me one more time? Complicity in inaction. The night is young. The night is a drug. I recall some romanticized memory of my 20s lost in the evernight. To whom can we repay our sleep debt? Ourselves and ourselves only, I suppose. Or potentially it's a debt that can't be repaid, a blood from stone situation. But you know something about blood from stones. The night truly is a drug. I find I can't work without it. It's like coffee or methamphetamine. Many possibilities. We've just got to follow light to know which ones are viable. Cannot crouch. Much as we may wish we could. We're just not that small. There are so many frustratingly inaccessible little areas, places we feel like we should be able to get to, but simply can't. Not here. Nor there. It looks like we can go a million ways. We enter this room feeling overwhelmed by the possibility, and then leave able to use none of them. At least I don't think so. Well, at least the movement feels surprisingly nice. We can come back here. I wonder if we will be able to unlock crouching. It's starting more and more to feel like it.
Sorry, did you say something? If you see anything weird in there, or like just anything weird, let me know, because like I don't know exactly what you're seeing. So yeah, just give me a heads up.
Communicating fear while giving none of the specifics, and doing so effectively as well. Introducing this one character essentially as a relatable god, and even he doesn't know what we're seeing. There it is, it's right there. I bet this unlocks crouching. Crouch. Well, that certainly means a lot of backtracking. And here, perhaps even a wall jump at some stage. It looks like some one-eyed creature staring at us.
Can you give me just a second? Yeah, just 1 second. Yeah, I mean, obviously, right now, they just started. It looks like they're basically kind of doing what the last ones did. They went out, walked down the thing. You got the jump chime. They're exploring now. I mean, who could say, right? It's I've been watching for intells, but I haven't seen anything really conclusive yet. I thought maybe they'd said something, but I don't know. It was hard to tell. Oh wait, hang on just a second. I think I left sorry about that. You still doing good in there? Just let me know if you need anything, alright?
You're looking for something in particular. This is getting creepy. Like, it was clear from the start they were testing us for something. Pretty chill about all this, no added gravitas. But I'll tell you what, you have accidentally added something to when it seemed like you thought we were speaking. I don't know what that was either. But when God shrugs, what do you make of it? You could climb down there. Oh, it feels like we're lost in the walls. These toilets are becoming a recurring image, and it's starting to really elevate their importance to places I don't necessarily want them to go. If a head comes out of them at any point, I'm going to be so annoyed. Locked and locked. Sooner or later, we'll have a key. Everywhere else has worked this way. I'm getting so easily turned around, though. But I have to say, the more confused I am, the more intrigued I am to find out where this is actually going. It all seems so important, and yet it's almost got a comical lack of self-importance. What is this, Spooky's House of Jump Scares? We're in an underground fast food place? Haunted by digital ghosts and an uncanny sense of having lived here before, I think it found a way to feed off the future, too. Wonder if this is what you're looking for. It's repeatedly bringing the music back as I come close, and for some reason that makes it feel so much more alive, like it's responding directly to me in real time. I feel like I'm playing on GM Flux or something again. These neon simple textures.
I mean, this one's probably my favorite. Double jump is just like instant fun.
Does the environment grant it to us, or are we gonna find it here? There it is. Space in the air to jump a second time. Well, that gives us a little bit of an added boost. Can we crawl into places like this? No, it doesn't seem we can. It's almost like they're looking for something within software. If we consider this to be software. But it also at times, especially when there was an open mic, it kind of feels like we're getting Let's Played ourselves. Don't look at it, don't talk about it. Urge to not reveal its presence. Something the creator is not meant to know is here, or rather, that they do know is here, but we can't report back.
I'm gonna... sorry. I'm gonna run and get some more coffee. Feel anything? Okay.
We can use this painting. You know, it's only now that I'm noticing the cropped aspect ratio. How long has it been like that? Oh. It certainly serves to draw you in.
I didn't leave on again, didn't it? Keep doing that.
There's things you don't want me to hear, but you don't seem too distressed that I'm hearing them.
Sorry about that.
J. Kyle Pittman, American, born 1984. One for the Road, 2003. Mixed media. Painting? That's a painting. But no, it isn't, because it's being presented in digital 3D space. This is not a pipe. Oh hey, we've been here before. It's depositing us back. That was nice of it. Nothing down here. But we've got a whole lot of new opportunities. We've got to go back. I don't remember this being here. Okay, we'll see that next. I have other matters to attend to, you understand? This is so weird. It's like the developer sitting over our shoulder watching us play, and we're seeing something they're not. Not here. We need to go back to the other one. This is weird. I'm seeing familiar things, but it's not fitting the way I remember. We've got to see what we can do here. Nothing. These movement mechanics are actually, like, oddly fun, simply because it made us work for the basics. Some of these lead to the same places. It feels like at some point we're gonna unlock a wall jump. here. Shielded behind glass. This really is a secret horror game in some way. Part of the horror is figuring out in what way. All the thoughts coalesced into one ultimate super thought. It must necessarily be as good as all of them combined. I don't know about that. I mean, I've played games where that was the exact problem. If we can platform our way out of here, we should be okay. There we go. It's like this hostile thing in the corner of the room that mainly causes grief by us acknowledging its existence.
Yeah, you probably already figured out what this is gonna be. No, it's not triple jump. Nah, I mean, we had to have mantling in there, right? It's not exactly mantling, which is why we call it...
Okay, now the mic is off when you wanted it to be on. Free run, Chime acquired. Hold W in space while jumping against a ledge to clamber up. Ah, look at that. It sort of works, but we need to probably double tap it, right? This is a good playground to test it in. There we go. Or maybe the problem was we had to keep holding space. Can we make it back across that way? Actually, we could just do it normally. But we've got to have room. Alright. Now, there are probably a couple of places we can use this. Provided we make it back. Wait, we go to here. That means we can come out on the other side of that wall. But the other side is only here. We can climb up this way. Oh, it's so easy to miss things. The chimes are sounding clearer than ever, Wayfarer. How lost have you become? I'm still trying to figure that out. This voice that he can hear when it speaks promises no solutions, but I'm still drawn to it. Come on. Finally, that took like 50 tries, I'm not kidding. Okay, just started doing that along the ledge without ever looking over it seems to work. Unlock. Press E to open hatches. Okay, but is there any reason why I might want to come up here? It feels like there might be. Alright, I haven't been able to clamber up there, and I'm kind of done trying.
Yeah, you, I think at this point you pretty much have everything that you need to go ahead and, finish the run. If you go back, oh, I don't even know how to describe it, really. If you remember where you got the...
Okay, I'll figure it out, I guess.
You should see a terminal somewhere around there if you take a different path. So, yeah. Just go back there. You're looking for a terminal. Find the terminal. That's the important thing.
Clearest tutorial we've gotten all day. And every time you talk to us, I'm just eagerly awaiting our next interception. You know, there's really no necessary logic to this world, and yet still this room comes across as inverted. There's just something in our head that says lights go on the ceiling, checker pattern goes on the floor. And yet it's as if the doors are sideways, at least starting here.
Welcome
I still don't know what it is. Completing the run, is that what you're saying? Are you saying I should stay here? Curtains, or at least patterns that suggest curtains. This is all feeling very Red Room-esque. Howdy. There appears to be naught to do with you. I can stand on you. I can even jump off of you. But I can't get you to acknowledge my presence. I get the impression that you're like some sort of 3D model of the person speaking to us. But even that's just an assumption, a gut feeling. It feels like we've made it backstage. Like we've reached somewhere we weren't supposed to, and with the closed eyes of the head out there, it's almost like he can't see us either. Well, we know he can't see what we're seeing. That's how he doesn't see the interloper, but at the same time, he knows generally what we're doing. It's very strange. Could probably clamber into there. Yes? You're watching us. We can do nothing with that information. It's not just the blur, it's the cropping and such a narrow field of view to begin with. So you're saying if I embrace something that this could have some sort of effect on me? Or him, or something. So now 2 questions. What is it, and what does letting it entail?
How's that one go? Yeah. I mean, yeah, do you think they're gonna get it?
At this stage, it's not looking like it.
Well, I don't know, how much do you guys know, like, what the whole purpose of this thing is? I mean, yeah, that would be the ideal high-level goal, but it's more about, like, at least as far as I understood it, it was kind of more about trying to transfer a perspective onto a subject. Not exactly like,
There's more of these out there. This is the one that's been taunting us for a while, but there's more of these out there.
I mean, I don't think I would go that far. That seems... I don't think we're doing anything that big or life-changing, right? It's video games. But, yeah, it is kind of like, let's not downplay those roles. I guess the point is, like, apples to apples, that factor cannot be dismissed entirely. I think that's what we're trying to focus on. Let's make a point of that. So, yeah, we'll see if it works. Are you serious? Just need to start leaving that off.
That's hilarious, trying to explain what this is all about, all while not actually saying anything at all. But it explains a bit about the background of this. It's a video game. Of course, I mean, we knew that. And when you think about the context, it could easily be the software itself. It won't affect you unless you let it. This is what I always say about, like, David Lynch media. You know, some people just really don't get it, and it's because what he's doing, I always say, like, either it'll speak to you or it won't. So maybe that's what's happening here. Maybe you'll get something from this. Maybe by putting you in this dreamlike state, you'll read something into this that wasn't necessarily intended, but as I want to say as a Rorschach test. That's not really what it's going for here, or at least that's not what I'm going for here. Maybe you'll see something in this that provides value to you, even though you didn't come in here looking for it and the creator didn't intend to show it to you. Invalid credentials provided for subcon access. Please contact an administrator if you believe you have received this message in error. Well, okay. I'd like to contact an administrator. So we float Arcadian Driftwood until such time as an event horizon in reverse, beyond which nothing can ever be lost. Memory corruption detected at address 0637. Okay, so that's either a RAM issue or a hard drive issue. Do you want to send more information about the problem? Of course. But just as in real life, it's not like it actually matters either way. Well, we've made it this far. Here's one. Whether it's the only one, I'm not quite sure, but there is one. Nope, there was also this. What if I put too much blood in the code? That would be a pickle, wouldn't it? Once more. I think I've gotten the point of this by now. I think I've gotten the point. I think I put it pretty succinctly, actually. Which is weird, because I had no friggin' idea right up until that very moment. There was one right here as well. Can you perceive the absence of a ghost? Do they fade with age? Do they age? It's less a it's less a swan song than an Irish exit. Bury this, that it might become treasure. There's something to think about. I mean, throw something in the trash, it becomes trash, but put it in a chest and bury it and it becomes treasure. Nope, we've been this way. Can we see anything? There's like a frozen mirror of this. Oh wait, we could climb over this now, can't we? Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure at this point they are. I keep doing that. Hang on.
They are what? Basically, you have exclusively spoken to me when you did not mean to. Potato? Potato acquired. It's a potato. I feel such a sense of accomplishment. I'm just sad they didn't make me pay for it. Well, away we go.
Alright. You're gonna see a terminal here. Just press the button and it should prompt you somehow for some sort of input. So just, you know, I guess wait for that and then repeat after me.
Okie dokie. Where is the artichoke? Almost didn't make that one.
There's nothing to see. There's nothing to say. My life is my own. My heart's cold as stone. I won't do anything. But let it like blood. A memory of the sun.
Huh. Citing your inspirations, I see. And House of Leaves is something that at this point has inspired more things out there than it hasn't. Being cryptic even in the end here. We do have the option to continue, but it now becomes always a memory of the sun. And do I have any idea what you mean by that? I have no friggin' idea, because I thought I had arrived at a conclusion. Maybe it was even correct. But it went a little bit further and threw everything I thought I knew out of whack. But anyway, that was always a memory of the sun. And it was a trip. It was a thought-provoking trip. I don't know what thoughts it was meant to provoke, but you could discuss it endlessly. It's got the feeling of meaning. It's got the feeling of meaning, and maybe that means that inevitably you'll draw something from it. But whether it's actually meant to be a specific perspective, I'm not sure. One thing that was really interesting was how the narrator comes across as just a dude, a developer, somebody who is very casual about the whole thing while still trying to read for a certain outcome, almost like you're testing a game that they're making. They seem like they're aware of this pixelated figure. And that figure has some sort of gravitas to it, and yet in the end they speak in unison. And it makes you wonder, was it all an act? Did something happen to him? Did something happen to us? He talked about all the others who came before, but at that point we almost can't take anything he says at face value, and all of that comes out of nowhere right at the end and just changes the way we perceive anything. It feels like the kind of thing that wants to be analyzed, and yet all of those threads lead nowhere. If we press continue, what happens? Right back to the beginning, which is kind of what I expected. Well, actually, we simply continue in this empty world, which almost suggests that there is more to find. But I think that's it for me. In the beginning, it was weird and abstract, but it was almost exciting, like we were getting to unlock all these new abilities and talking to somebody gently guiding us through it and making us seem like there was nothing to worry about. But then this thing just comes out of nowhere. It cuts right to the heart with the dread. And it's like over time, it corrupts the world to the point where you feel like you're alone with it. And then it corrupts him and you, and finally the whole game itself. I don't know, there was something really just like evil about it, and I don't know what the source of that evil is. What makes this even more interesting is that this released back in like 2017, so it's actually a bit older than I thought it was, and sort of predates this type of game being more common. It's only got about 56 Steam reviews, it's mixed, and it's kind of split between people who do seem to have gotten something out of it and found it really interesting, and those who are just like, what gives? I didn't understand any of that, it was just nonsense. And I'm right on the fence, but that's the thing with games like this, they make you feel like some greater understanding, some truth is just on the tip of your tongue, but it never quite gives you the pieces to connect it. And maybe that feeling is the point. Suffice to say, I am really curious to know your thoughts on this, and if you like this video, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe for more creepy and comfy content. If you have any ideas for other videos you think I should do, the best place to suggest that will be at the Discord, which I will link in the description. If you want to try this game out for yourself, that link will also be in the description. If you want to support me on Patreon, that link will be in the description. And as always, I will see you in the next one.